I love front rowers. And it's a run home thanks to Hyundai, the new Tucson hybrid. Overtake the ordinary. Now, Georgie Rose, Brian's been bagging front rowers all afternoon. He's a back rower. I'm with you, Georgie. How's things, mate?
I'm going well, mate. I don't know how Fletch can do that. He's an oversized back rower, so he's lucky that he didn't end up in the middle.
I did, George. Correct. I did, and I was never bagging front rowers. So the argument was, if you had $10, this is Joel Kane. He's saying now that wingers should be getting more than front rowers.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it should be parity.
No parity.
I'm not saying more.
You wanted to give Brian To'o $7 out of the 10 and give poor old James Fisher-Harris
George
$3.
Rose just tweeted out. He said, UPWU. That's the underpaid wingers.
Let him speak. What do you think about that, Georgie?
Well, look, the wingers are obviously a lot more valuable than they used to be.
Correct.
They used to hang out with footballers. Now they score points. They're still not as valuable as a front rower.
Exactly.
You cannot put them even close to that conversation.
Nice.
Would you be happy to give them $2 out of your 10?
Well, I'll give them 2. You know what? Wingers are important, but they're also a dime a dozen. They're fast, skinny, black, pop up everywhere. A big tough front rower. They're like, I don't know. You just don't come across that.
You don't.
Diamond in the rough.
I tell you what, not too many front rowers wearing that flash leather jacket that I can see there.
Exactly right. That's a winger's jacket.
What is that, George?
It is UPWU jacket.
What are you donning there, brother?
Look, I've got to live up to the hype. Everyone keeps telling me I've got to have something, like Don King had the hair.
Yeah.
I need you should wear a cowboy hat or something. And no, I think, leather jacket, maybe some leather pants, some Warwick Kappa leather pants might be my future.
Where are you, Georgie? You got the lanyard on. So the lanyard means importance. Where are you?
I'm the promoter on this one. I've got the promoter. So I've just ducked out into the green room out the back. So we've got fights going live right now. So yes, we've got the fights happening in the background here. So I've ducked away from ringside to come and show off my my kit to you guys.
We'll give it a proper plug, Georgie. How do we watch it?
Look, we'll tune in on KO, Foxtel. You got Foxtel main event.
Yep.
You can go to KO, wherever you're at. You can watch it on KO Sports on your phone, your laptop, iPad, whatever. You can watch it on your TV. That's the beauty of it. We've got Sam Goodman fighting tonight in a fight he's all in. A bloke who's got a guaranteed world title. He's putting it all on the line tonight, and I've got a hell of a lot of heavyweights on this card as well. So we're talking about the value of a front rower. The value of a heavyweight is pretty exciting because these blokes get in, they punch non-stop, and it usually doesn't last long. So it's a bit of entertainment on a Wednesday night. So tune in on KO Sports and Foxtel.
Georgie, we've got the girls on now, Brown versus Amelia.
What channel, Brian?
It's on Fox.
503.
503.
Yep.
So we've seen a rise in all-female sports, the NRLW, the AFLW, Matildas. Is that the same case with the girls in boxing, George?
Mate, it is, and the girls actually go really good. The Australian women are really good fighters, and the thing with the with world boxing on the women's scene is that because the pool's still a little bit smaller, it's a lot quicker to get to the top.
What's he doing there? He's a ring in. He's a ring in. He can't have Volk just
popping in.
We're
going to have a few women world champs. Like we just seen.
Get him on, George. Bring him in. I need to ask him something. Can you bring him in, please?
We're in Wollongong, so you can't be in Wollongong without having Volk.
So, Brian,
here he is.
No, Brian, this bloke here, right? Yeah. He's got the handkerchief in. The really gorilla. He's changed since he went to boarding school.
Looks flash.
But anyway, this is Alexander Volkanovski with George Rose, live on the Run Home with Joel and Fletch. Now, I'm in New York, and I was peacocking, right? I said to this bloke who used to be, Ace Ventura?
Yes.
The child actor. He was the guy who played Jim Carrey as a child actor.
Volk's got to go.
I'm asking, I said to him, I said, mate, Josh is his name. I said, Josh, who's the most famous Australian, and I'm thinking Margot Robbie. Yeah. He said, Alexander Volkanovski.
There you go.
I've had a skinful. I said, I'll call him right now, right?
Did he answer?
It was massive A-grade bruising. So I rang him. I said, I'll call him right now. Straight through to the keeper. Alexander Volkanovski, back in the day without your handkerchief in your pocket, you would answer the call. Is that right or not?
Oh, Mr. Courtney, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Courtney, right?
Yeah.
Mate,
you missed the call.
I've been doing that quite a bit lately as well.
Hey, Volk, are you commentating tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, doing a bit of commentary.
Yeah.
I'm just barging in on everyone's interviews.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see me the other day. Now, Georgie, I don't know what to
He
do.
loves it. He loves it.
You know, man, I just love the camera. So I thought, I may have to jump
the
in there,
Volk.
but I'll get back out.
All right,
But I
brother.
wouldn't be doing. I'm getting ready for it. Just did
Hey,
a bit of makeup.
When are you When are you fighting again?
I'll
Volk?
tell you when he's fighting. If he brushes me again, Georgie, me and you, Volk, we're going to be fighting. Don't worry about that.
No,
It won't
seriously.
happen again, all right? It won't happen again.
Volk, you got anyone lined up?
Nothing lined up.
No.
Lined up.
Okay.
Obviously, my next fight's going to be for the title, but right now, just taking it easy.
All right.
Enjoying myself.
No-
Commentary.
Yeah.
Some boys boxing.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Yeah.
in there do a boxing match. We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
How much? How much money do you have, Volk?
No, no, hey, no
much
lanyard
money?
for Volk.
No.
Not enough. That's it.
No.
It's
Where's
never
your
enough.
lanyard? Where's your
That's
lanyard?
never enough. I'll see
Thanks,
you,
brother.
He actually said if you come down the highway later, he'll sort you out after the fights. You and him in the car park.
Yeah, I'm a Southpaw. I don't know which one it is, but I know I'm a Southpaw.
Hey,
Might be
George,
a Northpaw.
just getting back to Sammy Goodman. You've come out and said it's $100 million gamble.
Wow.
Is that like?
Big
How have you
number,
come
isn't
up
it?
with that number?
Well, it was front row and Matt. Call that one front row and Matt. Look, I was rattling off numbers at the time. They weren't meant to write down hundreds. But what I said, right? So his next fight could be worth $5 or $10 million. He wins that. He wins the undisputed world title. He then becomes Mr. You know, he's the legend that Inoue is. He beats Inoue. He gets a rematch. Again, that's worth a whole lot more. And then again, he becomes a top 5 pound for pound guy if he knocks off the current number 1 pound for pound guy. So when you knock off the guy that's at the top, then you start earning his money and you keep on going up.
All right, and he's fighting Warrawood. So he's Thai. Chennai, is it? Chennai? Is that am I pronouncing it correctly? What do we expect from him? Because Thais are usually they can cop a punch.
Yeah.
Mate, he is a tough bastard. He's very good. He's had 25 fights, 15 knockouts. He can punch, and he's still a young guy. He's 27 years old. He's coming in here really confident. He actually said the other day that he wants to test himself against Sam Goodman to see whether he's ready for Inoue. And I was like, mate, that's a fair sledge for Sam Goodman, who's currently the number 1 ranked guy. He's the guy who's in line to fight the champion, and he's been regarded as a test for that. So I think Sammy's going to come out firing in this one.
Curtis Scott.
Yeah,
looks good. Yes. So here we go. Here we go, Georgie. It is a forward, Barry Hall, taking on the Swifts. A bit like the girls, Amelia and Brown. They're flying at the moment. Dan Gannane's calling the match on 5:03 at Fox. The back's going to win the game, Brian.
Well, he's given away 20 years. How's Barry looking?
Barry's amazing.
Yeah.
I was saying I was talking to your man Gordy and Braith the other night on 360. I was saying how Barry looks at 46. I hope I look like that at 46. Matter of fact, I wish I looked like that at 26. I wish I looked like that now. He looks amazing. He's absolutely shredded.
Yeah.
And when he rips off his shirt, he looks like a bodybuilder. He's huge.
So how much is
And I didn't think
Curtis winning by?
AFL guys had that sort of rig. You know, he's good on him.
But Curtis, is this his second or third?
Curtis will win this.
Has Curtis got a background in boxing? Because Barry Hall did, and that was quite common knowledge. Does Curtis have a background?
No, not initially, but he trains with a bloke, Brock Jarvis.
Oh, yes.
One of our great pro boxers.
Yeah.
He trains out of Cronulla, and he's been training with him. And Brock is known for his work ethic. He's known for walking around with a tremendous rig 24/7, just because of how hard he trains. And that's who Curtis has been getting all his tips from and learning the craft of boxing from. So Curtis is a real surprise packet, very deceptively strong. He's a small heavyweight, but he's very, very strong. And he's also been doing a lot of work with your man Paul Gallen as well. He's Gal's a guy who trained out of that gym, and he's been given a lot of tips to Curtis Scott as well.
You know who came up with the nickname Noodles, Brian? Me.
Who's Noodles?
I said to Gal, I said, get into him. Call him Noodles. He said, why?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2
What?
minutes.
Like-
Gal's come after him again.
He's gone after 2 minutes?
No, because when they had the fight, it was 2 minutes.
Oh.
So that's why he's called him Noodles. Hey, just on the Jarvis family, mate, they're a great story. So Pat Jarvis, the rugby league legend, that's Brock Jarvis is the nephew of Pat.
Gotcha.
Pat Jarvis' son, here's a fun fact for you. So Daniel is now a leading, this is Brock's cousins, he's now a leading fashionista in New York.
Oh, like a designer.
Designer, right? Designer, rugby league player from the Gymea Gorillas.
It's all adding up.
It's adding up.
That's why you're wearing the leather jacket.
And another one, Daniel's younger brother, which is Brock's cousin also, is Jackson Aces. He's an unbelievable magician.
There you go.
Actually, you need to jump on this, Georgie. We need to get Jackson Aces into the NRL launch. That's on you.
Oh, in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And do you know what? Brock's younger brother plays in the junior grades at the Sharks as well. He's a decent footballer.
Yep, great family. Great family.
Yeah.
Hey, what about George? What about your old man, your old mate Kieran Foran going around again? Can you believe it?
Hey, I can't believe I used to call him the young'un when I was playing. That's how old I am. We're talking about how old Pozza is. I love that he's doing it. He's doing great things up at the Titans, and how good's their squad too. They've got so much young talent. I reckon he'd be feeling like an 18-year-old again because of the amount of youth they've got there.
I don't think it's a bit of too late this year, but I like him next year. I'm taking to make the 8 next year. Can you talk me out of it, either of you two?
No, I can't talk you out of it.
Another off-season with Jez?
I like it. I like it.
What is it about Desi? We'll let you go because this fight's building. It's a 4 of 6, Amelia versus Brown. It is, if I was a club, I'd sign either of them to play on the wing. They are great athletes. But, Georgie, and we've got Goodman coming up very, very shortly. What is it about Des? What is it about this man? If you could sum him up in an elevator speech, 30 seconds, what would you say?
Yeah, look, he's very loyal to his squad.
Yep.
He's got a great mind for rugby league, and he knows how to balance the entertainment with the hard work, the home life with the footy life. So he's a good coach for that reason, and he's a guy that you really want to play for.
Georgie, just before you go, Vegas the teams have been announced. Now I know there was rumours last year that we were going to sort of tie it in with maybe the Tszyu brothers having a fight.
Good question.
Do you think we'll be close to maybe getting some sort of fight that weekend?
Yeah, look, we're going to work on that, absolutely. I think Tszyu in Vegas as a part of that NRL weekend, it just makes sense. We were there last year and absolutely loved it. Tim fought there 3 weeks later, so that's how close our timing was, but we really want to make it happen because it just makes sense. All the Aussies in town, and Vegas is the home of boxing. It's the home of big-time boxing. Timmy Tszyu's big-time boxing right now, and the NRL was awesome last year. I absolutely loved it.
Georgie Rose, mate, there's a big fight coming on. We're now entering the fifth round between Amelia and Brown. It's a massive fight. You can catch it on Fox, 5:03, high definition. It's live. You're behind that, Georgie. Congratulations on what you guys have achieved to put this together. We'll let you go because you've got this fight to finish.
Yep.
Amelia versus Brown. You've got Goodman coming up. It's massive. Thank you so much for joining the Run Home with Joel and Fletch.
Thanks, boys. I'm going to duck out here, high-five the winner, and then there's some big heavyweights coming up and a great fight card. Sammy Goodman is the man.
Yes, and there's some big AI coming up about you supporting wingers. Thank you very much, George Rose. There he is, a great man. 1300 01 1170. Stuff you missed. Don't forget your flu shot. I've had my flu shot, Brian. I went to Chemist Warehouse.